Guys, what is it with this generation of victims?
I have thrown away the best years of my life.
Yeah, you have. That is 100% fact. He has established this trolley crowd that wants him to keep getting fatter and destroy his life because it makes them feel better about their lives. If you're eating yourself to death live on stream, why would YouTube co-sign that?
lately standing for what's right.
Let's get into the fun and outrageous Nikacado Avocado video that we're going to watch today by Sunny V2. All right, we're down in the corner, down on the corner, out here in the streets, but the dang on the band, bit gone, can't be. Remember that song? No sleep for the wicked. I will say, my sleep is like, I probably sleep about 4 or 5 hours a night, tops. And that's if I go to bed early. Really, though, I'm averaging about 3 hours. 3 hours. But, all right. So, this video is by Sunny V2, 4.13 million subscribers. R/YouTube drama frickin' hates this guy, so you know I like him. This video is entitled, Nikacado's new video is honestly just depressing. And this was posted 9 hours ago, and damn, Sunny V2's got 1,288,576 views in 9 hours. Well, he's about to make that 577.
And everyone wonders why I'm posting less. I'm not happy. I don't like what I've done. I don't like what I've become. I don't like what I look like.
Nikacado's recent video is so incredibly tragic, it makes all of his previous breakdowns seem like they were happy moments. Simply titled by, Nikacado talks about...
See, here's the thing though. Nikacado is like clout hungry all the time. And he's a huge person who's a fan of like people talking about him. And he just wants that notoriety. He wants that fame. So he pretty much wasn't getting it by being a normal guy and having content that people wanted to watch. So what he did was ate himself almost to death. And now he's probably looking back and being like, what the F am I doing with my life? But here's another thing too. You never know if this guy's serious or not. Hard to believe anything he says. I mean, he claims me started all this just for clout. So yeah, I think he did. He made a fortune from just acting like a total jackass. So
deeply regretting his time on YouTube, in the process admitting to financial ruin and the ways in which fame destroyed his life completely.
He is kind of a baby boogie.
The 41-minute video begins on terrible footing, as after only 24 seconds, Nick's already almost on the verge of tears.
Just gonna tell you right off the bat, I'm on the edge of a breakdown.
I remember seeing videos of him when he was skinny. He was actually like an attractive looking guy. And I'm not even in guys, but like you could look at him and say, you wouldn't look at him and go, wow, you know, that's depressing. Like the way I look at him now, and I'm like, that's depressing. I mean, the guy eats and talks tea for a living. I don't know. It's a sad existence. To be honest with you, it's a really sad existence. I would rather have half the money, half the followers, and still be able to be myself than I ever would to want to have to do what he's done to get to where he's at. You know what I mean? That Windows peak is kick-ass. that Widow's peak is kick-ass.
Most likely by the end of this video, I'm gonna be flipping out.
The reason for this is quickly revealed. Nick had begun to realize YouTube was actually a terrible choice.
My life was going great, so I decided to do this YouTube life. And I'm sitting here thinking, I have thrown away the best years of my life.
Yeah, you have. I mean, that is 100% fact. The guy spent his 20s turning into a total fat ass and embarrassing himself by walking around doing that weird, like, that weird character thing he does. Ultimate consume existence is boring. I know. I don't understand how anybody could live like this. Who was it? Lexi last night said she was going to put Foodie Beauty in the inbox. We haven't even looked at the inbox yet, but we're going to. This is only a 9-minute video, so I'm probably going to talk about it for like the first hour. Nick blocked me on Twitter like 5 years ago. I asked him a genuine question and he got blocked. Yeah, this dude seems like a sensitive Nancy. Like, he's got the V-shaped hairline. Like like Dracula.
Admitting he never would have started if given a second chance.
I wish I could turn back the clock. I wish I could go back in time. I wish I would never have done YouTube. I wish I would have never decided that this would be a fun way to make a living, that this would be a fun way to have a life, this would be a fun way to provide for my family.
He's so, oh my God, guys, what is it with this generation of victims? You made millions of dollars. All right, you have enough to live comfortably for the rest of your life, right? You can do a whole weight loss journey and then get another $1 million if you wanted to, and then retire from YouTube comfortably.
So I am the villain because I've made myself one. And you will continue to consume these stories about me year after year after year.
I don't understand how these people can be so confident in just acting like everything is so unfair to them. You don't work a regular job, Nick. You go around and act like a jackass and make a fortune doing it. And you sit down and you get paid to eat. Nobody feels bad for you, dude. It's become a fad. Yeah. I actually take a different view to creators like him. YouTube having a toxic community around you, encouraging you to keep destroying yourself, becoming addicted to it, can take you somewhere dark. I know. That's why I'm very careful about how I build my community. While sometimes I go in on people like this, I try to like pull back and also be like fair and compassionate. That way I'm not, attracting a community of people who just like to watch me attack people. That's not the kind of community you want. But we do try to look at these people and try to understand what makes them who they are, and whether or not I just have a hard time feeling bad for someone who, decides that they're gonna throw away their life for money. And that's essentially what this guy did. I heard there was a beef between him and another food eating person. I believe her name was Steph. Yeah, the Asian girl. I think I've seen that. And he was like obsessed with Trisha Paytas too for a while, which I don't understand that either. I can see, as a YouTuber, I can see the allure of someone who is trying their best to get attention and trying their best to make it online, but I could never do that and throw away my life and my health at the same time. Sorry, I love you guys. I love entertaining you, but I would never, ever kill myself to, and I mean that in an eating way, YouTube. I don't mean like unaliving yourself or anything like that. I mean like slowly destroying your body just so you can get clout. That is not what... If you are very talented, if you're that talented, your talent will eventually pay off for you. There's no way that you're ever going to be able to sit here and convince me that eating myself to death is a safe move moving forward. I'm sorry. I just couldn't do it. Not for anybody. It's my body. I get one body. Like, do you think that Nick is going to enjoy going to dialysis all the time and be like, well, I'm super rich? Yeah, but nobody wants to be around you. Everybody looks at you like you're a laughing stock. Was that worth it? Yeah, you're rich, but nobody respects you. What is respect versus wealth worth? Because some people think that once you get money, that you'll be set from there. But like, that's really not the case of how it works, right? I can actually see both sides, but as an average person, it's a little infuriating to see him throw a tantrum. He's making money while throwing sad tantrum. Yeah, and he's his own boss. He didn't have to answer to nobody. He knew what he was doing. Boo fucking who. That's right, Steve. Eating is not a talent, unless you're Joey Chestnut. I heard EG was going to eat a poop load of hot dogs for us. Well, now I kind of have to, don't I, Sarah? Because that's how that works. If you heard it, it's true. All right, let's keep going with this Nikacado video.
Further hints as to why.
My job is to face people who hate me, who don't care for me, that aren't even interested in me. They're here for someone fat.
Yet he's interrupted by his pizza delivery, leading to the video's only moment where Nick isn't totally miserable. However, the second he takes a bite, you can see Nikacado's dark realization that he despises his life completely.
Oh my god. I don't mean to laugh at him, but dude, freaking have some self-control. Have some self-control. This is not hard. Yeah, are there a lot of overweight Americans? Sure there are. But, like, you could fix this easily. You're still young enough to lose that weight in, like, a week. Well, not a week for him, but at least, like, 2 months. He could have all that weight gone in 2 months if he wanted to. That face is just, how can you not laugh? I know. It's like a kid who just found out he got the wrong, they forgot the fries in his order or something. I'm not laughing at his anguish. I'm laughing at the moment itself. And the realization.
I don't like this! I don't like this channel. I don't like what I'm doing with my life. I had goals, I had dreams, and I threw it all away to eat food.
Yeah, it's exactly what you did, buddy. That is 110% exactly what you did. You threw away any hope of having like a respectful existence just to eat some food and talk about other people. Oh my God. Now, don't get me wrong. I talk about other people too, but we sing on this channel and we don't just cover drama. I mean, we cover stuff that we're really interested in, like the whole dog pack chick, but like a Nikacado weight loss journey would be epic viral moment. I know. Why doesn't he do it, dude? He could turn his whole life around tomorrow if he wanted to. But you know what? I don't think people want to see that. They want to see him suffer. And I think he knows that. And he might even be playing this up for the camera. He might not even care. This might be trolling again. This guy does not take himself seriously. Not everyone hates you, Nick. I sure don't. I've had an ongoing ED for long enough, and I've been in the dark place that have toxic peers put you in. Yeah, I mean, he has established this trolley crowd that wants him to keep getting fatter and destroy his life because it makes them feel better about their lives. It's that simple. It's like people watch Jerry Springer to feel better about their life, you know? Hey, what's up, Nancy? Good to see you, New Moon. Nick hasn't lost weight. He's up and down with his weight. He loses it and then get people talking and then gains to get them talking again. Yeah, I know. I know, it's sad. It's okay, New Moon, don't worry about it. It's sad. It's a sad existence for him, to be honest with you. Like, it's like the whole thing is absolutely crazy that he's even in this position in the first place.
Nick hating his job isn't unexpected, but his claim about money is a little more surprising.
The irony is I barely made any money for the past 2-3 years.
Across Nicacado's
I don't believe you. Just saying, I don't believe you. Hey, what's up, J-Sauce from New Zealand? Good to see you. Hi, back from America. It's good to see you. Welcome to the stream. I'm EG Lately. We like to watch crazy people on the internet and talk about crazy internet stories. I wish he would stop gorging himself. Savannah talked about the commentary bros and the FBI today in her stories. What? I gotta read that. Hang on now. Oh, what story is it on her YouTube channel? Say no to MLMs. I'm curious now. Bro has like 6 channels too. I know. There's no way I believe him for a second he didn't make money. Look at those views. 158 million views. Are you kidding me? I'm really supposed to believe he didn't make any money? Unless you're not monetizing every single thing you do. That's pretty ridiculous. Like, that's at least $20,000. Loved your vid on Pierogi and Hina. Thank you, J-Sauce. Thank you.
his 5 biggest channels, he's done 1.85 billion views total, which by applying a conservative ad rate of $3 per 1,000 views,
Thank you,
means
Soul.
he's made 5.5 million from YouTube ads alone. He also charges $500 per cameo and has over 1,000 reviews, meaning if you include maybe another 1,000 people who didn't review, he's also likely made over $1 million from this.
Jesus Christ, man, I'm in the wrong business. I need to start just eating a lot on my streams. $5 million?
Then Nick also has a Patreon and his iconic line of merch, which when combined with everything else, could mean total career earnings of almost 10 million. So how could it be possible he didn't make much money? Well, Nikacado would elaborate.
I hate that my job is showing up here and hoping I get paid from it because the YouTube gods strike me down 3 years ago and it's never improved.
Nick seemed to imply his videos were rarely monetized, which has been happening for—
Yeah, because you're eating yourself to death live on stream. Why would YouTube co-sign that? You will get health issues and pass away early. Yeah, I know. Mukbang EG channel. Yep. Yeah, I'm going to eat some really strange things. I'm just going to eat like one Skittle. And I'm going to cut it into tiny little pieces. And that's going to be the mukbang.
for over 3 years. We tested this by watching his content on a fresh new account and found that most videos on More Nikacado don't even play one single ad. On the contrary, most of his third channel videos have ads, but his earnings didn't matter anyway, because any money he did make has now been fully wasted.
It wasn't even worth it. I barely made any money. And the money I did make, I lost.
To the extent that Nikacado—
part of me feels like he's pulling a boogie here. To test her voice, only seeing her on your channel, EG, back when she was trashing P, yeah. She was my first YouTube beef, and I you know, for me to walk in, never doing YouTube ever, and straight up own someone who's been on YouTube for years, that was like a sign for me, like, oh wow, I can do this. I could do this. If I could walk in and straight up destroy somebody who almost has 100,000 subscribers, then this has got to be something I can do, you know? EG said hot dogs. No hot dogs! None. EDs are addictions like any, and I know people have opinions on him, but I feel bad for him out of relating to it. Here's my problem, sweet. I know, but like he's a grown man at this point. And if he, you know, if he wants to give in and kowtow to those who want to see him falter, that's his fault. At some point, you got to stand up for yourself and do something for yourself, you know? Like at some point, you have to try to be a man about stuff. And I know that sometimes people get mad at that saying, be a man, but it's so true. I mean, be a woman, be an adult. How about that? If you don't want the be a man thing, be an adult. So I don't want to see the guy die. I don't want to see anything bad happen to him. I hope he gets his life together. I do. But at the same time, you know, I was a drug addict. I was addicted to drugs. I was on my way to death or prison or whatever came first, and I changed my life around. I stopped doing what was killing me and decided to start doing what would benefit me, and that is having goals, changing around my entire lifestyle, you know, doing the best I can for my family, and, you know, doing things that express my creativity that allow me to want to thrive instead of wanting to just throw it all away. Vegan to boogie in years. Yeah, I know, Kevin. He started off as a vegan, right? Being like, my body is a temple, like, or some shit like that. I remember that story.
Avocado's now struggling to survive.
I hate my finances. I hate my husband. I hate my family. I hate my friends. I hate my work. I hate this country. I hate this place.
All right, break up with your boyfriend, get a job, move to another country. There's so many things you could do. I mean, the fact that you are so upset is nobody else's fault but your own. And I guarantee that unhealthy body you're living in is making you depressed. Yes, take accountability and do something about it. Exactly. That's all it comes down to. See, the only reason I even feel like I could even say that is because I've been in his position before. It's not like I've had nothing but easy streak my whole life. I had to crawl out of the gutter and do something with my life. Accountability is lost in days, people. Sadly, my mission to help restore it. Yeah, good. I hope you do, Undertaker, because how many videos have we watched of people just completely blaming everyone else for them not being where they're supposed to be? That is not how YouTube works. You are not, if you start a video on day one, you are not entitled to get those videos out. Like, YouTube doesn't have to show those to everybody. If you're not getting views, then you keep working till you get better at what you do. It's simple as that. Nikacado is done more than anybody. If I had the financial and the views that Nikacado has, you best believe I'd be like Moist Critical, you know? Amen. Same here. It was hell, but I made it out. You can't just live as a victim your whole life. I know. What is up with all you beautiful people? What's up with you, Master Toothpick? You're looking like the toothiest pick we got. We're watching yet another guy complain about how unfair his life is when he has zero other shit to complain about. He's literally got a delicious-looking pepperoni pizza sitting in front of him. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. It's embarrassing. I don't think I could ever live like this.
To pay so much just to survive.
As a result, he begins to consider even moving to a different country.
I'm literally about to move to Indonesia. I have a friend there right now, and do you know how much she paid for her dinner? $2.24.
Which Nick has actually done before, having spent 3 years living in South America.
Look at him there.
Look at that. Someone's guilty of being total badass. Chick Dugs approves this message.
Johnny Scratch Kick Bash Junk Trash Building subscribed to EG lately.
Thank you for the subscription.
He acknowledges the easier solution would have simply been to make a different type of content.
And I knew if I would have done something more age appropriate or more whatever, friendly. What was this all for? I don't even like this.
Or more tragically, stick with his previous love of playing violin.
I felt like I had purpose to create beautiful music, to inspire people, to give people a hope.
This is nothing. I don't believe him, guys. I don't know. Call me crazy, but I don't believe a word he's saying. I think he's just sad that he probably should be way richer than he actually is. And then eventually people realized, YouTube finally caught on to the fact this guy was eating himself to death live on their platform, and they had to step in and do something. Nick used to be so happy and positive. I loved Nick during his early years on YouTube. Yeah, he probably should have stuck with that. He probably would still be where he's at now, just much healthier. But you know what it is? You get that clout addiction, and then you get one video that gets a lot of attention. You want to do anything you can to recapture that. I really don't care. As you guys know, I keep posting whether my videos get 3,000 views or 2. I just like doing it. I do it for fun. I like hanging out with you guys too. Like, this is fun for me. I don't care. If I never make it to the level of Moist Critical, I'm not going to be upset. But if I can make it to like Willie Mack, where I'm like 100,000 subscribers, I'd be happy with that. I never took anything surrounding Nick seriously. He's just a troll. I agree. I think a lot of what he does is very purposeful, and right now I think he's trying to get people to donate money to him. That's what I think. I can see that too. Guy creates so much inner conflict in me. I know. Not just for fun. It's been therapy for you, EG. Thank you, Dave. Yeah, this has been good. It's been a good experience. Ever since I was a kid, all I've ever wanted to do is express myself creatively. That is it. That's the only goal I've ever had for myself ever since I was a kid. And, being able to do this, not only one, has kept me off of drugs, but 2, it's given me something to look forward to. So this has been like an amazing journey, and I've only just started it. We're less than a year into this. Come October, I would have started taking YouTube seriously for a year. Yeah, David's my cousin, so he's telling you it's the truth, because I grew up with Dave. Same here, Soul. It's been a fun time so far. I know, guys, we've only just started. We're going to, I know that there's some people who've made it to like 100,000 subscribers in their first year, but they've done it by giving in and hyper-focusing on one thing. I don't want to do that. I want me to be the attraction of this channel, and takes a lot more time to build that. Because that way I can talk about whatever I want. I'm not pigeonholing myself into one area. I'd prefer to not be that way, I prefer to be able to talk about whatever I want whenever I want. Like, that's what Oompaville gets to do, and that looks like the most fun you could ever have. People don't go to Oompaville to see what he's talking about. They go to listen to him and enjoy his presence, Now, he had some bad stuff with that dog pack thing, and now that all that stuff came out, it's even worse for him. And I hope that Oompaville will put out an apology saying, I effed up putting that guy on my show, and then we can all go back to just loving Oompaville again.
When they're going through horrible shit.
It seems Nikacado's mukbangs have destroyed his previous talent.
I used to play the violin, and my fingers got too fat, they get stuck into the strings, they go bonk, and then I can't play anymore.
Missing violin as an art form that actually...
Yeah, see, like, how am I supposed to take that seriously? How am I supposed to take that seriously? I can feel that. I wanted to do amazing things since I was young, but life always beat me down until now. I'm starting to dig myself out of the hole. Yeah, absolutely. Life beats you down if you let it. Life is not easy. Nobody ever said life was easy. Is it easier for people living in America than people living in, say, like the third world countries? Absolutely. You have nothing to be upset about if you live in America or a first world country. If you could go to the store and buy food, you are already better off than the majority of the rest of the world, okay? However, that doesn't mean that life is easy. All right, you have to do things to fulfill yourself as a human being, and that's not always easy to do, especially if you're not sure what you want to do. Thank God for YouTube, because I always I'm too late in my life to become a rock star, which is what I always kind of wanted to do. I'm too late in my life to become a rock star, but YouTube, you could start however old you want to be, and if you have interesting things to talk about and people like listening to you, then you have a chance. And then I wanted to be a radio DJ. Then I wanted to be a guy who made skits. And eventually all of the little skills that I picked up throughout my life all led to me creating this YouTube channel. I learned how to do audio. I learned how to do camera work. I learned how to use DSL cameras. I learned how to use audio boards. I learned how to do lighting for movies. I was in a movie. Like, it was a small little thing. I did theater. So I just knew about all this shit. And eventually it just kind of all came together into what this is right now. So it's nuts. That's right. I was almost Arlington. I love to watch the old rock stars, though. It's awesome. Yeah, for sure. Eating champs like Joey Chestnut and Matt Stoney still live healthy lives because they train for the competition. Yeah, and then they... I feel like they probably go and throw up, too, after it's done. Dogpack got 15 million views on his first, and at that point, only video. Still, his career is over once the beef stuff is done. I think he just ended it today, Devil, by putting out that thing admitting he fucked up big time. It's hard to respect him anymore. Like now, how do you believe anything he says? His credibility's shot. Like that's the thing. The minute you lose your credibility on YouTube, you're in trouble. Because that is what people depend on you for, is to know that you're somebody who they could trust to not lead them astray. And the minute you start leading people the wrong way or down the wrong roads, that's when people start to question, like, why am I listening to this guy? You know?
Impacted people's lives.
All it takes is one person to come to a concert or a show, and you change their life because you inspire them to do something similar or go into the arts or something. And I'm sitting here eating food.
In Oompaville's It's Your Fault, Nikacado further added,
I was very good. I got a full ride scholarship to my school.
Could you
Juilliard
shred?
school. Have you known about it? I went to the Juilliard for 2 years.
I don't know what that is.
with Juilliard being the world's most prestigious music school. A user on Reddit
God, guy went to Juilliard. Now look at him. Ugh.
found Nick's full list of violin achievements, of which there were certainly many, and it therefore makes sense that he was good enough to teach.
Have you ever had a job?
Yeah, many violin lessons. I used to play at weddings.
A YouTuber named Violin
Those aren't real jobs. I'm sorry. Gig jobs are not real jobs. They are for the musicians who do that nonstop. I think that what Oompa was saying, like, have you ever worked at like Walmart? Have you ever worked retail? Have you ever done anything where you have to really push through the shift to get to the end? Those are the ones that put character on you, that create character. He gave up Juilliard where, yeah, I know.
Mechanic also watched all of Nick's violin videos, concluding he was near professional.
Right from the bat, I can tell that this guy plays fantastically in tune.
And it seemed this respect from other people was what Nick missed more than anything else.
When I would finish my shows, I would sign autographs. People would wait in a line to take photos of me, which I think some
Thank you, Mama Bear.
But it's for a different reason. It's not because I just inspired them. It's because I am a fat, funny meme.
By playing on the street, Nick attracted
Essentially.
massive crowds. But as he sits there thinking for over 20 seconds, he realizes what he truly misses is the respect he had for himself.
And I had a sense of pride, a sense of honor.
Oh my God, it's so hard to listen to this because I can't tell if he's serious or not. Like, that's what makes me so frustrated. It'd be so easy for me to sit here and be like, yeah, buddy, you know, pull yourself together. You can do it. But how many times has he done this? He's done this so many times. So many times he's done this, right? And how many times has he gone right back to doing the like that character thing that he does, you know? Not to mention you helping opposing parties find common ground. You the man. Thank you, Master Toothpick. I wanna. I know. I think I'm the only drama YouTuber out here trying to end drama. Most people aren't trying to do that. They're trying to just get the inside details. And I'm like, can we come to a common ground here? Like, can we figure out a way to like end this shit? Is that possible? My count is 1,257 times. Damn.
Sense of happiness. I felt closer to God, actually.
That's how I feel right now, EG, especially as someone who's watches him for years. Like, where does the trolling begin and the real Nick begin? Or trolling end and the real Nick begin? Yeah, I know. I want to sit here and root for this guy, but I just don't trust that he's even serious about what he's saying. Because he knows how to play the YouTube game so well by now that he could just put out these videos and say whatever. And people are going to eat it up because they want to see a comeback story. But at the same time, the next video is probably going to be him doing something absolutely disgusting with his boyfriend. Because you know he likes to do those too. Watching people drama on TV, Big Brother, don't judge me. No, that's totally cool. People love that shit. That's why I think drama is so popular on YouTube. But I wouldn't call myself a drama YouTuber. I'd probably call him, I'm definitely commentary, but I wouldn't call myself a drama guy because we don't cover drama all the time. That's not like the only thing we cover on this channel. Got to do Nick's human design chart. Yeah, oh my God, that's going to be a hell of a chart. Nick gets pretty dramatic, so it's hard to say. I know. That's the whole problem, is that we just don't know what his intentions are here.
In comparison to his music, he's lost all motivation to mukbang.
I felt like I was doing something that I was called to do. I don't feel that with these videos.
Which can definitely be felt throughout the entire video.
Yeah, how many times can you sit down in the middle? How many times could I come up here and sit in front of this camera and then talk about, you know, some random topic? You know, I just feel like after a while, it would be incredibly hard to do. Like, at least when I'm looking at this stuff, I can like have something to react to. And mostly I like talking to you guys too. YouTube commentary, YouTube 100%. Thank you, Kevin. I think I am too. I don't think I'm a drama guy per se. I think I'm a storyteller or a story reactor or a story interpreter or a human. I think I like psychology. I think I like to break down my experience from my street psychology and try to, you know, break down what I think is going on with people. I think people are the most fascinating things in the world because we are the only, I really want pizza now. We are the only species on this whole entire planet that can contemplate their existence. Let that sink in, right? Where do we fit in? Why are we born if we're only going to die one day? What is our goal here? You know? It's crazy to me to think like why are we born? What is the meaning of life? What are we here to achieve? Psychology and behavior is my jam. Hell yeah. See, that's what I like too. The German commentary community basically calls themselves opinion bloggers. Kind of fitting, but terrible name. Yeah, the name needs a little work, but I definitely think you're right, Devils. I think that's kind of what we do here, right? We're opinion bloggers. I mean, I give my opinion a lot, but a lot of times too, if I do like a very well organized video, I try to support it with proof. Like, I don't really just throw out accusations without being able to back them up. But I do like to interpret behaviors of people and all, but do not forget the animals who passed the mirror test. Oh, true, Master Toothpick. Elephants probably can contemplate. Like, since they can't speak, we don't know what's going on in their minds. For all we know, elephants could be like, God, this sucks being in this huge body. I want to just do something. I want to go play tennis. You know? They can paint, though.
I can't even sit here and fake this for you. I'm not going to.
He tries to talk about the food, but clearly doesn't care.
Let's try these breadsticks. They're fine.
As Nick's instead preoccupied with the thought of him retiring.
Then if I just quit YouTube, who's gonna care? Couple hundred people, okay. I can't watch Nikacado slurp noodles and eat Takis. Oh, my life's not the same. I should watch Nikacado eat Taki.
It's a topic.
Wow, that is sad realization. That is a sad realization right there. If I quit YouTube, who's gonna be upset? A couple people who are upset that they're not gonna be able to watch Nick eat Takis. Oh my God, dude. Yes, if I don't ever want to end up like this. I don't care if I get so rich. I take the respect 100 times over being rich. Give me respect and you know, yeah, just give me respect. That's all I want. I'd rather have respect than ever having this. It's just not worth it to me. I will never understand why someone makes a documentary treating what Nick says is real. Yeah, well, Sunny V2, he tries to approach everything very seriously, and I think he might believe for the first time that Nick means this, but then again, Sunny might end his video by being like, but we don't know if he even means this, and then ends it like that or something. It is very insanely depressing to think like, if I disappeared, what would happen? Oh, some people can't watch me overindulge in food? That sucks. You know? At least I know if I have 3,000 subscribers, but I know if I disappeared or stopped streaming tomorrow, there's like a handful of you guys who would probably be very upset because this is what like we like to do at nighttime, is like get together and chat, right? And it's not because I'm sitting here overindulging and destroying myself. It's because we like being around each other. You know, we enjoy talking. That's why we talk in Discord whenever we're not here. That's why if you're not signed up in the Discord, go sign up to be in the Discord so you can be part of the community. Because that's where we all talk when we're not here. And we talk all day long, 7 days a week, you know, about whatever's going on in our lives. You know, we're like, I know that the whole parasocial relationship thing is It's something that people say is a thing. But right now, I don't think that. I think you guys are all my friends. I really do. I don't look at you guys as fans. I look at you guys as equals. I look at you guys as just people who like to come and hang out. Now, is that going to be the same if I get to like 1 million one day? I don't know. I've never been there, you know, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try to be that way. I'd be sad and concerned if you disappeared. Thank you. Yeah, if I go disappearing tomorrow, then maybe alert the authorities because I wasn't planning on it. Hey, Lexi, what's up? We didn't get Feudy Beauty, Lexi, but we're talking about Nikacado Avocado. He's like the next best thing.
He's been considering throughout the previous year. So
yeah, you
why
are stuck with me,
doesn't he
Dave.
And do something else completely. Well, he addresses this also.
I can't even get a normal job. I mean, imagine if I went to apply doing some type of management. Because I'm so known, or there's so many horrible things I've put myself into, situations, it's like, it's going to create a polarizing environment. You know how many people hate me? They don't want to work with me. It's like, great, so now I've really limited myself.
Sadly, Nick...
That is a good point. He's so famous that he wouldn't even be able to, Thank you, Rebecca. Yeah, I'm no better, no worse than anybody. We're all the same. I just happen to be the guy with the mic and the camera. That's the way I look at it. And the guy begging for money. I'll make sure you have to watch the worst. Actually, I could pick any video for you and you'll suffer. I'm sure you could, Lexi. I'm sure you could. But that is such a weird thing to think. Like, I couldn't even go get a real job if I wanted to because there's no way anybody would let me work there because they would go and get me fired immediately, which they would because the trolls on the internet are people who have even less or even have more free time than you do, and they like making everybody else's life miserable. He could do well as someone who works as an all-you-can-eat buffet. Jira's going hard. Just pick up the violin again, dude. Just go play your violin for people. I'm sure you could. You're probably rusty, but I'm sure you could probably do it again. You know? Soul! We love Soul. Let's go. Thank you. Hey, Lexi got one. How about that? The Lexi Lottery. Loving it. Make sure you guys all show some love to Soul. W's in the chat for Soul. Big timer. Big timer. One of my top mods for sure. We love it. We love it. See, that's why I love this community. It's just a bunch of thoughtful people enjoying, you know, doing nice things for one another. It's awesome.
Is probably right. If he was spotted working retail, it'd be a story instantly, but there are still other YouTube ideas that could also be successful. A YouTuber named Oosgang went unexpectedly viral when he began a series titled Try to Lose Weight in 100 Weeks. Well, Nick showed in his recent video that he was already losing weight.
I recently lost 89 pounds, but I'm still morbidly obese. I can't even fit in a chair.
Which has been proven as an element the audience likes to follow. Combine this with Nicacado's notoriety, and you've got a mega viral...
Something about that picture is just so freaking funny to me. Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh my god, have I had this thing off balance this whole time? What am I doing with my life? Oh. Sorry guys, I'm slacking big time over here. Slacking big time. That is pretty funny, though. How funny is that picture? Ah, he's behind me! That's what it's supposed to look like. I'm over here. See, guys, that's the problem. Now I don't have my second monitor to monitor my stream. I wish I could engage more here and on Discord. Work and Freiburg, my algae just kicks my butt, and I don't have the energy. Rebecca, it's totally okay. You never have to apologize if you can't do something. Just you're attempting to be a part of it is all that matters. That's the important thing. What's up, Winks? Good to see you again. I don't know any healthy person that would admit on a public video that they can't fit in a chair. He needs help. Oh, the thing is, Winks, is he's people have been trying to get him help for a long time. He's like the reverse Eugenia Cooney. You guys know who Eugenia Cooney is? She's like the girl who's like starving herself while this guy's like overindulging, but they both should be young, healthy people. I've been looking for a while listening. I appreciate that, Winks. I appreciate that. Rebecca. Okay, now you're talking to Rebecca. He really does need help. Oh, I don't know who she is. Yes, you guys are talking to each other. All right, let's get back to the video then.
Would you look at that? Someone's guilty of being a total badass. Chick Dugs approves this message.
Jesse Bynum subscribed to EG lately.
Thank you for the subscription. I guess something happened with the memberships where Chick Nugs is not saying the memberships. Something must have gotten messed up in the code. I'll have to go fix that after the stream.
Series that could fix his channel health and declining self-esteem,
I'm so ugly. I don't want to be ugly.
whilst giving him respect from every single viewer. Imagine if he disappeared off of YouTube for a year or two, lost all the weight and built muscle, became an absolute Chad, and returned to YouTube as a violin YouTuber. The respect he'd receive would be insane. The only problem is Nick's completely terrified of trying something new.
The worst part is I have an escape route, and I'm so afraid to take it.
At this point, however, is there even another alternative?
I have an escape route. I'm so afraid to take it. That is wild. That is wild. I'm missing so much in the chat. Because the chat's so small for me now because I have it on my laptop. An absolute Chad would be like that guy who's 6'1", he's ripped and chiseled, and he just walks around and talks like this. Hey, yo, bartender, give me a 2-pack. Do they even sell 2-packs? Give me a 6-pack to go. I got a haircut. I'm looking good. I'm gonna go find some bitches. That's a Chad. I can relate to that, being scared to take your escape route. I know, I'm worried his escape route's like death. Like, is that it? Or is there something else? Oh, a stud? No, it's just like, yeah, I guess kind of like a musclehead or something like that. Who's like all in the crypto and, you know, that kind of dude. Very well dressed all the time.
I'm halfway through life. I don't want to spend the next half being like this.
Even Nick himself admitted he can't keep doing mukbangs.
You can't keep betting on the dying horse. You just can't. And in my stupid mind, it's like, it will change, it'll get better. Oh, if I pump out more content, I'm not liked. I'm just not liked, and that's the fact, and it hurts.
And I doubt Nick's as disliked as he clearly thinks. There are loads of different people who are
No, he's definitely disliked. He's definitely disliked. I think that a lot of people who work their ass off to be very, very creative and try their best to create like the most entertaining experience that they can make for you get really upset when they see Nick is making millions of dollars just sitting down and eating a pizza and gossiping. Like that drives people crazy. So yeah, he's definitely disliked. You don't think that the people out there who hate their job would love to just sit down and eat lunch and talk into a camera and then make $1 million that year? Like, of course they would.
appreciate the meme, while his series he made with Oompaville helped restore his reputation. The honesty in his recent video also makes him much more likable, especially in the segments where he takes responsibility.
But it's nothing to do with you, really. It's everything to do with me.
Still, Nikacado's convinced that everybody hates him.
And I'm here, filming for people who hate me. Wow, my life is so cool.
Yeah, you are.
The video's main point all the more obvious. He desperately needs to try something new.
It's like a dead relationship. You're clinging to something dead. Stop living in the past.
It's so true, man. It's so true. There's no way to freaking live, dude. No way to live. That is not a way to live. I'm sorry, it's not. Like, just performing for people who hate you all day. I could not imagine how much that would suck, dude. That does not seem like a fun existence.